Okay, this one is fun. Hmm. Okay, let's talk about everything that's been going on, everything that's been said. There's a lot of different thoughts and different ideas about what's going on. So, we have people that are claiming to have more and more increasingly disturbing dreams. People have been commenting on the fact that they're not sleeping like they used to. There are people that are just saying that they have these odd feelings that something is coming, myself included. I just have this feeling of kind of like, something is coming. I have to be ready. I don't know what's coming. I don't know when. I have to be ready, but I have to be prepared for it. Just different things. Okay. And I was watching Canadian Prepper. Again, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. So, and Canadian Prepper was talking about this man who died not too long ago, and he had made some predictions. Now, he didn't predict the whole pandemic, but, exactly. So his timeline was not exactly precise. However, a lot of the things that he said are actually coming to pass. He said a lot about like incoming wars and with the people and with these different areas. That's happening. Another thing he said is about a great flood that would, change the world. And it would all happen within a 24-hour period. Now, is that accurate? I don't know. But here's the thing. And I think I've talked about this before. My dad passed away in the late 90s. Now, before that, like 6 years, like early 90s, my dad was actually diagnosed with leukemia. So he started doing like regular chemo treatments and things like that, but he also started doing holistic and natural medicine. So, doctors and cancer treatment specialists told him 6 months. My dad actually survived 6 years. So, and he actually went into remission and then ended up getting cancer again in another area. So, but during his treatment of this, he was going to see this woman where he was getting his herbs from. And she was experienced in like natural medicine and different things like that. And the thing was, is that she had this map. And her and my dad had a long conversation with it. And I really wish I remember this woman's name, but I don't. Um, I was in my 20s at the time. I wasn't really, thinking too much on about it because I was just like, yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine. I was more worried about the fact that my dad was sick. So, but on this map, it showed a complete shift in the world because of a great flood. And it showed that the borders and the entirety of the world was just kind of changed everywhere. And I find that very interesting that that man is now saying this. And he was a respected individual, and I can't remember his name. I'm terrible at things like that. But a lot of the stuff he had said has come to pass. And Canadian Prepper does not really talk about stuff like that a lot. But this was someone who did not just, like say he was hearing a crystal ball or voices or tarot card reading or anything like that. This was someone who was like using the information that he was given and making predictions with the knowledge he had. So he Canadian Prepper, whose name is Nate, was saying that he found that very interesting. I find that very interesting too, because it's not like we're talking about Nostradamus. I mean, this is a man who was around here, recently, and who actually had knowledge in the world and the different issues. So the fact that he is predicting all these different things, and that some of them are coming to pass, is very interesting to me. So I'm curious, what do you think about that? I mean, we have all these people talking about, and I mean, let's be honest, the weather is just going crazy. Weather's going crazy. We've had a lot of flooding. We've had a lot of really bad freezes, bad snowstorms. It's just been kind of crazy. And so there's also the thought that the sun's poles are shifting. And so that could potentially be affecting the planet because the poles, I heard someone say somewhere that the poles were going to flip. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know anything about that stuff. But I find it interesting because it's like, well, if the poles flip on the sun, you would think that that would probably have a large effect on us because we, third rock from the sun. So, I mean, it's an interesting theory, you know, so I'm curious about that. What you think about that? Do you think that's a possibility? There's also talk of civil war. There's talk of, the wars overseas. We've already had major shipment issues between the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal. And, you've got, people attacking the boats, ships, and everything. So it's kind of, an interesting conversation to think about what could really be happening, what could end up happening. Now, I know this is all just speculation, but you know what? I think sometimes it helps us work through our stress and our anxiety if we just talk it out, you know? And these are things that have been on my mind a lot, especially during all the bad weather and especially during all the rain, because I've had like a 50-pound dog basically pin me down to the chair because she has anxiety of storms. So I've had a lot of time to think. So I'm curious of what you think. How are you sleeping? Having any odd dreams? What do you think's coming? I'll be honest, I don't know. But I have this feeling deep down that I can't explain. It's just like there's just something unseen pushing me to prepare more, to get ready, to do, everything I can to just, be ready. So yeah. What do you think? I hope everyone is staying safe, happy, and healthy. Most importantly, stay strange, because this world. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, much love.